Okay, we got a deep fault set. Again. 3 is now in place. The big-headed one. 2 is now giving me counter rotation. I'm going to force him again because he also seems to have a big head, which means in order to pick him, you got to drop everything else. There we go. I think I got him that time by forcing him. Check number 1. There he is. A little counter rotation on him. Okay, that was 5. And there we go, we got an open. All right, almost 18 minutes and 49 seconds. What a nasty lock. But locks with pinning like this and what I suppose is precision like this, you're not going to get them quick. All right, guys, I am declaring defeat on this lock. The picking you saw was about 3 weeks ago. I probably tried picking it again to catch it in one constant video, at least 50 times, maybe as many as 100. After that first picking, the battery died right as I was ready to start gutting it, and I just had no luck whatsoever on Clay's challenge lock. So I'm declaring defeat. Clay, I had to know what was inside of this thing, and I really want you guys to appreciate how much work Clay has put into this lock. This truly is a devil of a lock. First of all, when you take a look in the body, everything except chamber number 3 is threaded, and very nice thread job, by the way, all very sharp. And I think what really makes this lock especially evil is that all 6 of these are undercut. I think you can probably make that out. Very nice job, Clay. Very precise, I've got to say. You must have some machines at your disposal. Both of those are beautiful. And of course it's going to hang up on these very sharp handmade pins. And let's take a look at these. Let me get that off of there so nothing falls. Just amazing pin jobs. First of all, everything on the bottom, handmade serrated, nice, sharp, multiple edges to hang up both in the serrations in the upper part if you go too far, and to hang up on those undercuts. Great job on that, Clay. On the uppers, now this is really interesting. First of all, nothing but serrated there. And then this one has these free floated, it's a pin in pin, but this one's designed to get hung up and then drop one of the little outer parts of that pin. And there are 2 of those to get snagged up, and basically that upper pin will abandon them seized up in the core, and then that pin will block you. So that explains some of those very deep fault sets, but still being hung up on that darn center pin. Really, really nasty. If that isn't nasty enough, we got 2 of these drunken spools. This is the first one. You have the wafer between it and the spring, and then basically a very large, this is a handmade T-pin. It's got a pretty long shaft in it, again, to give you that really deep fault set we kept getting, and this is the one that caused reset after reset. So the placement on this one in that lock, in terms of binding order, this was absolutely perfect, because no matter how many of those pins you had picked, when you got to him, he caused you to drop everything and basically start fresh. So I don't know if that was by luck or design, but that drunken spool was the killer for this lock. If that wasn't bad enough, now you'll notice all the all the springs are slightly different, and there's no spring here. Isn't that cool? This one's like a half spring. This one is another one of those, I'll let you think you've picked it, and then I'll abandon the outer casing inside of a shear line, and then I'll block that shear line with a very thin steel center pin, or pin in pin. Nasty, nasty stuff. Here's that other drunken spool I mentioned, again handmade, very long pin to get caught up. And the last one is nothing but serrated, so easy stuff there. Really nasty. So this is the culmination of a lot of thought going into this. You've got the pin and pins to design those outer sheaths, or to abandon those outer sheaths to make you think you've got it picked, when in fact You got 2 of those inner pins that are going to hang you up. And then you got a drunken spool placed in the perfect cylinder. So I think Clay put some thought into exactly what the binding sequence of this lock was, and that's where he placed that drunken spool, I'm sure of it. Anyway, nasty lock. I got it picked. I actually got it picked twice. Once was the battery died right when I was ready to gut it. And then about a week later, I got it, and then I was halfway through the gutting, and then the damn memory card got full. But I am calling this a failure since it's not one constant video, but I really wanted you guys to see what Clay Miller was capable of. It's just masterful work, Clay. Thanks a lot. Stay safe, stay legal, stay away from Clay's locks.